Welcome back to our channel, Currency Update News. Today, we have significant news regarding Iraq's monetary policy. The imminent conclusion of the auction signifies a pivotal shift in Iraq's economic landscape, mirroring the profound changes the country has undergone over the past 2 decades. For years, these auctions have been a cornerstone of Iraq's financial system, aimed at stabilizing the Iraqi Dinar IQD by regulating the supply of foreign currency. The Central Bank of Iraq has managed to control the exchange rate, mitigate inflation, and curb speculative attacks on the dinar. This system has maintained relative economic stability despite the country's fluctuating political and security situation. As the auctions draw to a close, it heralds a new chapter in Iraq's economic policy, necessitated by significant shifts in the country's economic landscape. The cessation of these auctions marks the end of an era and suggests a transition towards a more market-oriented approach to currency management. This shift is indicative of Iraq's broader economic reforms aimed at integrating the country more deeply into the global economy and reducing its dependence on a heavily managed exchange rate system. For holders of the Iraqi dinar, this change could mean several things. On one hand, the removal of auction mechanisms could lead to increased volatility in the currency's value subject to supply and demand forces, without direct central bank intervention. This could result in short-term uncertainty for dinar holders, especially those who have invested heavily in the currency with the expectation of a stable or appreciating value. On the other hand, this policy shift could potentially be beneficial for the dinar in the long term, allowing the currency to float more freely and attract more foreign investment. A freely traded dinar could reflect Iraq's true economic potential, driven by its substantial oil reserves and a slowly diversifying economy. Moreover, this move could enhance the credibility of Iraq's financial system, signaling to the world that it is committed to transparent and sustainable economic practices. For dinar holders, this could translate into a more robust and reliable currency, though the path to stability might be fraught with initial turbulence. The broader economic implications for Iraq are significant, aligning with the government's ongoing efforts to modernize the economy, improve fiscal discipline, and reduce corruption. The success of this transition will heavily depend on the Iraqi government's ability to implement complementary reforms across other sectors of the economy, such as developing a more robust financial infrastructure, improving regulatory frameworks, and fostering a more conducive environment for private sector growth. For the average Iraqi citizen, this policy shift could eventually lead to a more prosperous and stable economy, but there might be short-term challenges as the economy adjusts to the new monetary regime. Fluctuations in the dinar's value could impact the cost of living, especially if the currency depreciates significantly against the dollar. The government will need to manage this transition carefully to avoid social unrest and economic instability. Communication and transparency about the reasons behind these changes and the expected benefits will be crucial in garnering public support and mitigating anxiety. The end of the auction system represents a significant and necessary change in Iraq's monetary policy, reflecting the country's evolving economic realities. For holders of the Iraqi dinar, this could mean a period of uncertainty and adjustment, but potentially greater long-term gains if the economy stabilizes and grows as a result of these reforms. The Iraqi government faces the challenging task of managing this transition effectively, ensuring that the benefits of a more market-driven currency system are realized, while mitigating the short-term risks associated with such a profound shift. The success of this policy change will not only depend on how well it is implemented, but also on the broader economic reforms that accompany it, aimed at creating a more resilient and transparent economic environment for all Iraqis. as Iraq navigates this critical juncture. The lessons learned and the steps taken will undoubtedly shape the nation's economic trajectory for years to come. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates.